Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm platooned up with Drewski. It's been too long since I had a video with just me and Drewski, and I'm in my E100. He is in his Chieftan. We are on Baja, and what I like to do on Baja is, if I can speak English, what I like to do on Baja is run the zero line in my heavy tanks from the north. From the south, it's been pretty painful lately. I don't know what it is about the southern spawn, but I feel like everybody just wants to sit in HJ5. Or sometimes it's crazy. They push up to G6 and sit in those mountains. And that's where my team sits when I'm in the south spawn. And I generally like to push the zero line. And every once in a while I'll also have some cover fire from K9, and when I spot tanks on the sniper hill in D7, you know, they tell me things like, I don't have a shot, I can't see that far, and I mean, I guess they just can't find a solution to that. So nonetheless, I digress. Thanks for listening to me complain about that. One thing that me and Gilby tried out, so I'm not done complaining, not yet, I take it back. One thing me and Gilby tried out from the south was to just rush the beach. Now, if you spot a bunch on the beach, you can pace yourself, but otherwise, just rush the beach. Now, you might get in trouble when there's tanks up in B5, because that's like a sniper hill. They can sometimes spot you and get shots into your side. But generally, if you make it up to like C2, you're pretty good. And there are houses in there that kind of provide cover. And that's worked okay. But I still like the zero line. I think the zero line is the most important. But you got to do what your team wants to do, right? Like, you can't force the square peg in the round hole. It just doesn't work. All right, so me and Drew, in our aggressive play style, decide to kill this super conqueror, and somebody's shooting him in the side, so I'm just going to cover up his side, let him know this E50M is not going to touch him until he gets his bearings. He lets me know that he's good to go, so now I'm just going to push up towards them. And knowing what I know from the southern spawn deployment is that we should be safe pushing the zero line from the north, because if their team's anything like my team, then there's not much covering the zero line. Now, if you have Artie, you can still play the zero line from the south and get vision out, because your Artie's going to do a lot of work for you and you'll have a good game, essentially. Just remember that they also have an Artie. Don't get hit by their Artie. Alright, so hit that pattern. And you see my team is slowly making their way. Drew is working his way up to me. He's kind of flocking the herd, but the herd's like, nope, we're not going to go there. We're gonna wait. So I got a Scorpion G behind me, and I'm gonna get loaded right in time to get a shot into him. And chances are he's not going to stick around, right? Like, he's not that stupid. You can see that their team's reaction to us coming down the zero line is to start pushing the middle. And to me, the old map, whatever the variant's called, I think South Coast, the middle was a little easier to play. But then they changed it to Baja, and this variant, just the middle is wide open. And what I mean by middle, I mean like D3 down to G3 and then over to like the 7 line. Like, there's just so many firing angles that each team has throughout there, and it's mostly the north that has a lot of the high sniping ridge mountains that they can hide on, I guess. Alright, so as we push onto their base, you see the 65T. I slam him up to 4K damage, just crushing it in my E100. And honestly, guys, I could make this video about the E100 and how much I don't like it. I mean, it's a good tank, but when you find players that know how to fight you, then it's not a great tank to play, in my opinion. Not to mention, majority of E100 players are camping at the base. I don't know why. I think it's just because new players, like their first tier 10 is E100, so that's essentially why I see a lot of them at the base. And what just happened? Oh wait, you thought I was having a good game? Wait till you check out Drewski's game. So while I'm sitting there slowly trundling around, pushing my way with my super heavy, Drewski is slinging in his Chieftan. So I jump into his tank, and he makes his way down the middle. Now this is an aggressive play, and that's one thing I love about Drewski, is he's always willing to go. And honestly, that's how I used to be. That was a lot of my mindset, is like, I play to have fun in this game. So I want to go there, kick as much butt as I can, and if I die trying, then I die trying. And that was actually one of my slogans, was if you ain't dying, you ain't trying.
Enemies got us in their sights.
So he sees the Borsig there, shuts him down. And I build up like the suspense of him being in a really aggressive location, and now there's like this lull, so it's really awkward for me. It's just a matter of time. He's just making sure that all the angles are safe before he starts pushing again. Don't worry, it heats up. Alright, so he says hell with it. I've been here too long. I'm just gonna cross this middle. I don't care. I got stuff to do. Alright, so he's gonna make his way up here, see if he's got some shots. And he's actually looking for that bat chat. No luck on the bat chat. The bat chat's probably reloading. There's a medium tank, or a heavy tank behind him. And the E50M gets a shot in his side. This is where he decides that we're gonna take this super conch down. Takes another shot from the E50M. Shuts the super conch down. Now he's up to 2 kills. And we're not even 3 minutes into this match. So this is where he tells me that he's good, and he's gonna go deal with this E50M that got a couple cheap shots into him while he was trying to do other things. And this E50M is gonna make a play that's kind of absurd. Like, he looks like he's just making sure that Drewski can't punish him for him getting a couple cheap shots into him. He just wants to go die from the other players on the team. Drewski's not having any of it. However, he misses that shot, tracks him, so he doesn't get the kill. Alright, that's alright. Now as he swings around, there's still that heavy lurking in the middle of the map there. Seems like Drew doesn't really care about him. He wants to come assist his E100 buddy that is trying to fight a Patton and essentially, I guess, a Scorpion G by himself. And he comes over and just snapshots at Patton. And the Chieftan is a glorious snapshotting tank. So if you like to snapshot people, then you need to get yourself a Chieftan. The gun handling on that thing is a dream. Alright, so he's going to push up with his E100. His E100 peels off because he's fat and lazy. But that's okay, because then he gets to gobble up this Scorpion G, which sticks around for some reason. I mean, I guess he decided there's nowhere else for him to go. But he hid in the back of the map just to get a shot into the E100 and then end up dying there. Good job, Scorpion G. Alright, so now, what is next? Got a TD here, and it's playing pretty passively. Drewski's using his using the terrain to stay hull down in his Chieftain. The Chieftain's turret is strong. The Cupola is a weak point, but honestly, it's not the easiest to hit. To me, it kind of reminds me of like an E5 Cupola. Maybe even a little bit harder to hit. So he shuts down the 65T, bounces the tortoise shell, and now his E100 recklessly drives out to face hug the tortoise. And he's going to get to the tortoise's side. Because why fight a tortoise from the front when you can fight him from the back? The nice thing about replay system too is you can see how the other teammates' tanks communicate. And the tortoise said good game, so he must have figured out that situation. Which was, I guess he was right. So probably a good call by him. So now he pushes on. Chieftain's got good mobility. I mean, for a heavy tank, it gives up a lot of hull armor for that mobility. So don't think you're an actual heavy tank in the Chieftain. Your hull is trash. All right, so we got the AT-15 sitting here. Drewski's gonna make quick work of him. And he is up to 7 kills. And we didn't even notice that yet, right? So I'm having a good game, he's having a good game, and I think at this point I'm like, dude, I am having a nice game in my even 100. And he's like, yeah? He's like, I'm throwing down in my Chieftain right now. So I look to see if we have a Brothers in Arms going, and that is when I look and I'm like, Drew, you know you're at 8 kills, right? And he gets excited and he's like, dude, I got a Radley. And I'm like, yeah, you potentially could get a Pools medal. And now you think back, he could have killed the E50M. Trying to think if there's another tank maybe he could have killed. E4. He doesn't kill the Death Star. So that would have been 9, the E50M would have been 10. He could have had a Pools. I mean, not to take anything away from it. I mean, Radley Walters medal, 8-kill game is an exceptional game. So here I am thinking I have this nice game going in my E100, and then he trumps me and throws down the actual game that I have to show you guys. So that's why I cut from my E100 into his Chieftain, because even though I'm having a good game, he's having a bomb-ass game. Alright, so I get a victory, or we get a victory, 5,500. He gets 5,600, and I have 0 kills. He has 8. So, yeah, he was scrounging up the kills, but awesome game by him. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video.